Hello YouTube, it's your boy Nathan coming to you to do another recap video. Today we are talking 90 Day Fiancé Before the 90 Days, Season 7, Episode 21, Tell All Part 2. So we just gonna get on right into it. So this part, so we left off with that whole situation with Adnan and versus Niles thing. Last week we left off with Niles telling Adnan he will break his face because he kept on messing with him and stuff. So Adnan's like, well, Adnan was just like really like hammering, answer the question, do you respect my marriage or not? And Adnan would just not let it go. He's like, do you respect my marriage or not? And so, they're saying, Niles is saying, get Adnan out of my face, out of my sight right now. So, Adnan stops for a little bit. So the focus is now on Niles and Matilda. They bring out Mr. Ark. Now, Mr. Ark. Now, you already know how strict and demeanor Mr. Ark is. So they talk to Mr. Ark. Mr. Ark, I ain't gonna lie, Mr. Ark, whatever what he was wearing, he looked like he was on, I'm sorry, this may sound a little bit mean and I apologize, but Mr. Ark looked like he was on his deathbed in my opinion. I don't know what kind of outfit that he was wearing, but he looked like he had just got up from a hospital bed, realistically, in my opinion, just saying. So Mr. Ark comes and Sean asks him are you upset that Niles fulfill his promise to you about bringing Matilda to America within a couple of months of a time frame? And he said, yeah, but and then they asked Niles how did your family because we all know Niles' family doesn't support the relationship with Matilda. They don't believe in the long distance, although. And I didn't say this last week, or only because I didn't see it last week. On Friday nights at 8 o'clock on TLC, they always air the previous week's episode of 90 Day Fiancé with some bonus scenes. And I don't really watch it throughout the season, but I do watch it a lot during the tell-all. And last week they did bring out, and when I went on Friday, when I watched them, as they call it 90 Day Fiancé More to Love. And I went on Friday, I watched it, and they brought out in a bonus scene Niles' cousin. Niles' cousin, we did not meet the cousin throughout the season, but they had a cousin that come out and say that he supports the marriage with Matilda and everything. So that was pretty cool. So in this episode, Niles did reveal that he has a new job working in something with mental health, and that he has paid Mr. Ark back for everything, and that he is just trying to pay. He needs $4,000 to finish his part to get the spousal visa for Matilda, basically. So, once again, Adnan is pushing his buttons and everything, and Niles gets up and leaves, and Matilda's trying to tell him to calm down and stuff and everything. And, Niles leaves, and Matilda calls out Adnan, and was just like, Adnan, and Matilda started crying. She's like, I don't like the way Adnan's speaking to my husband. And she kept on telling him, let it go and everything. Then Adnan going to tell Mr. Ark, I like your outfit, or whatever, I'm going to Mecca or something like that. And then Mr. Ark told Adnan, okay, sit down, chill, sit down, boy. For real, sit down. And then Niles comes back, and Mr. Ark tells Niles, you need to apologize to everybody in this congregation. Even if somebody's insulting you and stuff, you take it like a man and stuff. You don't get up and leave like that. So Mr. Ark makes him apologize. Niles apologizes. And, they asked Niles and Matilda, do you guys want to have kids, and stuff? And they say, yeah, they want to have, 2 kids, so hopefully a boy and a girl eventually whenever Matilda comes to America. So they have a good, Niles and Matilda, they have a good foundation. I feel like they can make it happen, but Niles, I'm sorry guys, I had to be nosy about something. Oh, okay, it's a snowplow. Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. It's snowing here, and I just heard like a strange noise outside my window. But anyway, like I said, Niles and Matilda had like a really strong foundation, and I do think that Niles does need to step it up a little bit. But yeah, coming up with $4,000 plus paying your own bills is not easy. He has a normal 9 to 5 job, and the struggle is real. So they need to understand that. So yeah. So after that, they decided to take a break, and Niles calls Matilda and apologizes about sorry how like Adnan was treating us and everything. I have your back and everything, and all that, and doing that little squishy quit thing that they do and whatever. Once again, Vanya, Brian, and Niles were MVPs of this, or the MVPs of this tell-all. Like, now everybody is mad at Sean, the host. Like, people for real, get over it with the hate with Sean. Sean is a great host. She is a great host. She has to ask these questions. Some questions she needs to ask, yes. And, she is, everyone asks, well, why doesn't she take control of the tell-all? Why does she let these couples get out of hand and stuff? Keep in mind, Shawn is an older woman. She don't look like it. She's in her 60s and stuff. And, when you're in that position and stuff, you have to maintain at all times professionalism. She has this is her job. She's not one of the castmates. She's the host, and she has to, and they allow her to like dig deep into some things, but she has to maintain professionalism at all time. If things get out of hand, they got security there and stuff. I think Sean Robinson does a fantastic job of hosting the tell-all. Everybody else, this is an unpopular opinion compared to everybody else. Everybody else is sick of her. I love her. And she does way more than this. She's very, very successful in her life and what she does. And I think she's been doing it. And they put her as the tell-all host since 2016, and and she's still here. She does a great job. So I need the people to quit with the hate towards Sean Robinson, because it's, you really got to understand. You really, when you listen, I studied broadcast journalism when I was in college, and it's not easy. It's not easy. It's not even easy for me to get up and do these recaps like this. So, you have to maintain, you have to sometimes ask tough questions. Sometimes you forget questions that you need to ask, or forget things and stuff. But maintaining professionalism and, keeping your composure, even if things get out of hand, that's why you get security, is the thing you have to do in that field. I'm just saying. So, I'm sorry, that was my little rant about that. So everybody's backstage and everything. Tiger Lily makes a stupid comment saying, I don't really need to defend my husband when he called now as a sugar daddy, but I do think his wife wants more money and thinks that he should get a better job. You know what? Shut up. Just for real, shut up. So, they get back and everything, and Vanya and Lauren Vanya finds out about Lauren's little girlfriend test and everything. And, Lauren, just nothing surprises me with Lauren. There was a question, have you ever drowned before? And, and Lauren's like, yeah, I've drowned like 8 times before. And we're just like, oh my goodness. And, Lauren and Vanya was just like, I feel sorry for the next girl you're going to be with, to be honest with you. So they were playing that little game, pointless scene or whatever. They get back to set, and then they talk to Joe and Magda. So Joe and Magda, they are still together. Magda did come to America briefly to hang out with Joey and meet his friends. She said that she loves all his friends and stuff, and the family and everything. They will come back to them later, but the main topic was is that like, are they engaged yet? And they said they're not engaged yet. Like Joey said that he wants to like do it when she's proposed to her when she's not expecting it. He didn't want to do it on this trip because she was probably expecting it, which is fair enough. And then it rose to the debate about like, is Magda really pushing the proposal and stuff and everything, you know? So there was just a lot with that because we're thinking, well, why does she, it seems like she's more interested in that than more than other things. Maybe so, but she said that, things are going really good. They showed a scene which was kind of messed up. So remember when we first met Joe and Magda, when we first met Joey, remember that scene early in the season when we first met them when he overslept and almost missed his flight and he had to run back because he forgot his passport? Well, turns out that was a lie. Turns out he had to go back because he wanted to get some alcohol to take on the plane because the alcohol on the plane that he liked cost $12. And he was already late, and he was lucky he still made the flight. Boy, please, please, whatever. that's just really whatever, and everything. And like Magda said that he does like drink a lot, and that's something to work on and stuff, but. It is what it is. So it was basically a brief chat with Joe and Magda. They are together and doing well. They are going to come back to them later. So then they moved on to Sunny and Vea. So Sunny and Vea, they as we know what happened last week, Vea is not in studio because she's been sick. It's been revealed that she has gallstones and she has a brain tumor. And it just scares the crap out of me just knowing that. And she's trying to find good doctors to get answers. She says she's on the right track and everything. So we're praying for Vea. So Sunny and Vea, they broke up like right after she got back from South Africa. They broke up because, just the situation with the father and everything, and just couldn't get it together. Vea, they broke up for a month, and in that time frame, Vea had gone out on a date with another guy, and it was the guy that we met in the beginning of the season that watched her dog. And I guess they went to Disneyland. And there was no kissing, no hooking up. They just went on a date, and that was it. Sunny was upset because, they broke up. They were broke up. He was upset because it was somebody that she was like kind of close with already. Remember Vea brought Rory. We'll see Rory next week, by the way, on the tell-all. So, Sunny was really upset about that. But, they got over it, and now they're back together. Now, here comes Adnan with his 2 cents. He asked Sunny, I see you're having sex and everything. And Vea was like, well, you don't have to be a strict Muslim if you don't want to. And Adnan was just like, what is it you saying out of your mouth and everything? So then Vea started screaming at Adnan, like, Adnan, stop. Everyone's telling him, quit yelling and everything. And Adnan even had the audacity to say, Sunny, why don't you control your wife? Why don't you be controlling? I'm like, Adnan, like, what the heck? Now, I all season I said it was a Muslim thing. Well, it's definitely not. This is clearly an Adnan thing. He is a boy, and, he gets all defensive when people call him controlling. He just contradicted himself by asking Sunny, why don't you be controlling and stuff? Like, and... I just, like, Adnan, Natalie, Muhammad, Mahmoud, I'm sorry, they need, they need a lesson learned to them big time, because it's just they're making the show look bad. And I don't know, it's just those castmates that I just mentioned are the ones that make me cringe the most. And like, no. And then Adney gonna say, Sonny, why would you be with somebody who cheated? And Vea was like, I never cheated on Sonny. They were broken up during that time when she went on a date. They never cheated, you know. And Adnan just making his like 2 cents or whatever. And he just needs to shut up. You know, Niles finally shut up. And that was another thing. Last week everybody was mad at Niles and everything about like talking so much, but you know, nobody said much about Adnan. Adnan needs to shut up. Adnan really needs to shut up. You know, he's the youngest one on the set and everything and causing the most problems and stuff. He just needs to shut up. So, but anyway, back to Sonny and Vea. Sonny and Vea, you know, they are back together, but you know, they did talk about the religion thing. Sonny does want Vea to convert to Muslim still, but not like anytime soon. And Vanya had asked Sonny, well, why does she have to convert? Why don't you convert to Christian? And this is, and then now I get irritated with Sonny. Sonny was like, well, because I'm the man and everything. And so, like, because you're a man and she's a woman that doesn't, like, that exceeds everything and stuff. Like, I don't know. I just really don't get this. I really don't get this. Like, you know, Vea said it best. Like, she's like, Sonny, we'll talk about this later, but we're doing fine without our religions, like, clashing with each other. I'm Christian and everything. Now, Tiger Lily and Adnan made a false accusation that thought that that Vea was atheist, and she was like, no, I'm not an atheist. She was like, I'm not an atheist. You need to shut up. You need to shut up and everything. And you know, Adnan was just like, well, you know, I didn't have sex with Tiger Lily until like we were married and stuff. And we were like, good for you. Like, for real. Like, yeah, seriously, good for you and stuff and everything. So, you know, they took a pause with Vea and Sonny, and then they go backstage for a break. And then, like, you know, Vanya wanted to chat with Tiger Lily and Adnan. And then, like, Tiger Lily decided to leave. And then Adnan was just like, okay, I don't want to talk to you right now and everything. And, like, you know, like, Vanya was just like, well, why? Because, like, well, because like you're a woman, and then like your dress is like really revealing basically. And like, you know, Vanya was just really confused, like, you know, like, and then Tiger Lily had to come back and say, Vanya, it's not personal, it's just that he is just not allowed to talk to another woman alone without a man around or whatever and stuff. And, you know, Vanya's like, I'm not trying to take your man or nothing. And she's like, I know, but just the respect out of my marriage and stuff and everything. And, you know, they go back to set and, oh, by the way, Bojo returns from his meeting. Remember last week Bojo left and he returned from his meeting. So he's back. That's a whatever. And then, you know, Sean asked about that little argument. She was like what happened? And she was like, did you comment about like her, what she's wearing and stuff? And, you know, Adnan was also like, I can't even look at you right now because you're so revealing and everything. And, you know, and Vanya was just like, you know, like, I have a thing with guys who are like that and tell women what to wear, X, Y, and Z, blah, 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 and everything. So we didn't solve that right away, but, you know, but my thing about that is that, like, what they need to work on, and this is not really a Muslim thing. Well, it might be a little bit, but some people take it a little too far. You know, a man and a woman, and they talked about this, like, during Sonny and Vea's scene. Can a man and a woman and their best friends be best friends without having feels? In some cases, yes, some no. You know, and if I was around Tiger Lily by myself, like, And she wouldn't be able to be around me by myself unless another female was with me, or whatever, or her husband or whatever. And if I was talking to her or something, or doing something, like, I'm focusing on the conversation or what we're doing, and focusing on the task at hand. I'm not trying to obviously not be a homewrecker and steal somebody's girl, for starters. And I'm not thinking anything of that. Like, okay, let's just say Tiger Lily and I had to work together. We had to work on a project together, just me and her and stuff, and we're working. I'm focusing on what we're doing. I'm not worried about her and Adnan's relationship. I'm not worried about, like, trying to get her to come back home with me or whatever. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about the task at hand, like the project that we're doing for work or whatever and stuff. A man and a woman can be together in a room without it turning into anything inappropriate. Yes, like, some people you got to be careful with, but you also, like, men, we need to have a little bit more control. I have control and stuff. So, like, I can do it with no problem. But when I'm doing stuff like that, the last thing I'm worried about is if a jealous boyfriend or husband is worried about that. I'm not flirting. I'm not hitting on. I'm just trying to do my job. Just trying to work and get the task at hand done, and that is it. When it's all said and done, I'm gone. And y'all are gone. I'm not trying to steal your girl. I'm not trying to get all up in your business or nothing. I'm just trying to get what we need to get done and stuff. And that's it. So I hope Tiger Lily and Adnan can really get to that point, but it's going to take a while. So moving on, next couple we finally talked to was Brian and Ingrid. Now, this was kind of disturbing. So Brian and Ingrid, they're cordial, seeing each other. I guess they both got relationships now. And they talked about all of Brian's faults, in that relationship. The main thing was what happened that night when they tried to be intimate and he didn't have a condom. So remember when in the middle of the season, Brian had brought Ingrid that lingerie, and she was modeling it off, and they were about to get it on, but he didn't have a condom, and he offered her oral, and she's like, no, and everything. And then that sparked a whole debate, and he left. And she said, so eager. They talked about that. They talked about, how Brian was in the wrong in that moment, and then Brian Mayton said this. This is kind of flip the script a little bit. He said in that moment, Ingrid had said that I have a boyfriend and everything. And we're just like, what? And she said, yeah, she said that. And Vanya had asked him, well, if she had a boyfriend, why is she in that moment with you and stuff? And, they asked Ingrid that. She was like, Ingrid said that in that moment, I did say I'm seeing somebody and everything. And because I wasn't comfortable with that. And, she works in healthcare and stuff down in Brazil. And that she's not really a fan of oral because it could lead to diseases and stuff. And then you got disgusting Lauren being like gonorrhea. Goofy. So they talked about that and everything. Brian was in the wrong and stuff. Then they brought up Brian's daughter. And she basically said that she really wishes that her dad doesn't date anymore because he's dating the young girls. And that was another thing they brought up. They showed a lot of clips of Brian and Ingrid with all of Brian's stuff that he's been holding on, lying about his age. Now, he said that now the daughter seemed like she was on his side with the age thing, and she was like, how did She should have known that he was like 52, because remember, he had lied on his dating profile and said that he was 45 and everything. But there was the line of the age, there was his criminal background, and it was him being married 4 times. It was just too much for Ingrid. And they, like, Sean asked Ingrid, like, did you really have feelings for Brian? And she said, yeah, I did, and stuff. And it just got a little bit too much and stuff. So, but I tell you what though, like, Brian's daughter was very beautiful, and she really does want the best for her father and stuff and everything. So I wish that he would listen to his daughter and not date, but he said that he's probably not going to listen to that and still go out anyway. So if he wants to do that, by all means. But he had a lot of opinion on a lot of things too. But he has no room to talk as well. But, hopefully he's seen the things in a different light, being in a wheelchair and stuff and everything. Brian had also mentioned that, like, in the beginning of the wheelchair, I guess she was like, stop, don't go there, blah, 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 telling her kid to, like, not go around him and stuff, or something like that. And Brian said, I've been in a wheelchair for like 25 years, so I think I know what to do, basically. So in this situation, it was in this conversation though, like, we didn't really get nowhere, because both of them were lying. Like, both Brian and Ingrid are lying about something, and everybody was just like confused. Like, does Ingrid really have a boyfriend? She's saying no. It's really no, but then why she say she was seeing somebody? I don't know. So, like, both of them are lying. I think they're both lying. And it was just really confusing. So it's just weird where they stand right now. So next week we'll meet Brian's new girlfriend next week. So I can't wait to see that. So after that, they go backstage for another lunch break. Vanya, Brian, and Niles go outside to eat, and Lauren, Joey eat by themselves. Adnan is still in his feelings because he really hasn't been a fan of, like, Vanya and Niles, especially Niles, like, all day. He's still in his feelings, and he wanted to, and, like, Niles, Vanya, and Brian, they talked about what happened and everything, and, like, Vanya said, do you want Adnan to apologize? And Niles was like, I'm gonna tell him, like, he needs to know, like, if you, like, that, like, what happens to people when they try that crap and think that they can get away with that. I'm going to teach him a lesson, basically. And then Adnan tried to sit with Lauren and Joey, and he was like, I don't know if I want to sit with you guys. Y'all attacking me. And Joey was like, we're not attacking you or nothing. We didn't say nothing. And, Lauren did defend Adnan a little bit. And well, not Lauren, Joey defended Adnan a little bit. He was like, yeah, you did ask Niles one simple question. It was just a yes or no question. He couldn't answer it. So I do understand your frustration. But I don't. I'm just like, why? I mean, like, I'm sure Niles really does, like, want everybody to be happy. But I don't understand why Adnan is making it such a big fuss about it. Like, do you support my marriage or not? Do you support my relationship without your controller? Everybody's been calling you controller, not just Niles, by the way. So I don't know why he keeps, like, bullying Niles. So Niles is just, like had enough. And so, like, after they were done eating, they come back inside, and Niles says to Vanya and Niles that it's not nice meeting you guys. And then Niles goes up to him, and he's like, Adnan, that was not cool what you did. You pulled that stunt in front of my father. He was like, I expect your father, but what did I do? Like, you know what you did. And he's like, well, you don't respect my marriage. And then Niles puts on his glasses, like, you know what people down south do to people like you and stuff. And then security had to tell him to get back and stuff and everything. And that's where we left off with the cliffhanger. So I mean, it was a good second part. We got a little bit more answers. I don't know why we need 4 parts, like, basically. Like, I think now we talked to everybody. I mean, we still need to see about Vanya and Josko. We found out what happened with Vanya and Bojo, but now we need to know what happened with Vanya and Josko next week. But other than that, we talked to everybody, so I don't know why we still got 2 more parts to do. So it is what it is, but that was a good part. But yeah. Anyway, guys, that is the end of my review. Talked a good bit on this episode, didn't I? Huh? I'll be back. Last resort. I don't know. I'm watching the college football national championship game tomorrow because my team is playing in it. Go Ohio State Buckeyes. So I will watch Last Resort. Don't know if I'm covering it this week. I will for sure again be doing Married at First Sight. I'm sorry, Last Resort. I was telling someone today, none of the couples are taking therapy seriously right now. None of them. It's just all about partying, and that it just seems to be all about Natalie, Sophie, and Josh, and I'm over it. So that's why I haven't been covering Last Resort, so eager. So I may do it next week. We'll see, but not tomorrow. Sorry. I'll be back on Tuesday and Wednesday to do Married at First Sight. So till then, y'all stay safe. Happy Martin Luther King Day. If you're going to watch the inauguration, enjoy that and everything. So everyone just stay safe and have a good one. And I'll see y'all again soon. Bye, y'all. Please by the way, before I go, please like and subscribe to my channel. We're getting more viewers, more likes and stuff. I'd love it, guys. Keep them coming. Again, be respectful. Keep it coming. But I really appreciate you guys' my channel getting more viewers and more subscribers and more likes, and that does help this. So I appreciate you guys. Love you guys.